Europe is at a crossroads. The choices we make in the next few years will decide whether our continent continues to decline or rediscovers its courage. That's why this December 3rd and 4th, some of the most daring thinkers, leaders, and patriots are coming together in Brussels.
Today, we're joined by Francesco Giubilei, president of the Tatarella Foundation and founder of Nazarone Futura in Italy. He is one of Europe's most prominent young conservative thinkers, an author, commentator whose work focuses on culture, identity, and the future of European civilization. You are here talking about the Battle for the Soul of Europe conference, dedicated to exploring what Europe truly is, not as defined by distant EU elites, but as lived and built on by nations, its cultures, its traditions, and its people. At a time when European values are invoked to justify policies that often undermine democracy, sovereignty, and heritage, this conference seeks to ask deeper questions. What I would like to ask you, Francesco, is when you speak of the soul of Europe, when you think about that, what do you believe is most at stake today? And why is a conference like this Battle for the Soul of Europe necessary?
I think it's quite important to underline a difference between two concepts. One concept is the European Union, which is a political identity. On the other side, we have Europe, which is a cultural and historic entity. And so it's quite important today to underline that the real value of Europe are under attack. And I think that the main value which is under attack by sometimes the European Union establishment, by, for example, illegal migration, by, for example, the idea of attacking our history is the concept of the identity. We have to underline that there is a common European identity. Of course, each of us has a different national identity, but we also share some common values, which are, for example, our Christian roots, which is the importance of defending our borders, which is the importance to underline that we have a traditional history which formed our population. And so I think that it is important discussing today in a conference the topic of the soul of Europe because of the importance of defending our identity.
Now, what message do you have for young Europeans who might feel disconnected from the direction that Europe is heading in?
I think it is quite important for young Europeans to be brave. I think that sometimes as European we lack our brave, and sometimes we don't defend so much who we are, and not only we don't defend who we are, but sometimes we are afraid of defending our history. We are afraid of defending also our future, because when we talk about history, we talk about how Edmund Burke wrote in a link between the past generation, our generation, and the future generation. And we have to definitely try to delete the idea of cancel culture, the idea of the woke culture, this kind of issues which are not at all European issues. And because of that, I think that the young generation, especially in school and especially in university, which are usually a place of anti-Western and anti-European ideas, is important that the young European defend the real European values.
Francesco Giubilei, thank you very much, and I'll see you at the Battle for the Soul of Europe.
Thank you very much, John. It will be a real pleasure to attend the conference in Brussels, the Battle for the Soul of Europe.
Thank you.